Hi, everybody. Matt here from Matt Likes Comics. And as always, when we have this guest, it's going to be a great night on Comic Talk Tuesday. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my sponsor, Nefarious Comics, and myself, please welcome to the show, Robbir Josephs. Robbie, welcome back again.
Hey everybody, how you doing? How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing great. How are you feeling today?
I'm hanging in there.
That's awesome.
I just wanted to say I'd like to dedicate the show to Terry from Dead Man Comics. And if everybody's out there watching, can you send him your prayers and thoughts because he's one of our brothers and he could really use that right now.
Yes, Terry is a member of the channel. He's a good friend of the channel. He's got a great channel himself. So if you haven't checked out Dead Man Comics, you should. He's on YouTube he's on Instagram, and he's quite a prolific poster on both. I think he does three videos a week on YouTube, and once in a while he goes in on the top 10s. Although recently he's because he hasn't been feeling well, the videos have slowed down slightly. But let's keep it up, showing support to Terry at Dead Man Comics over on the other side of the pond in the mother country.
Absolutely.
So, Robbie, you've been buying a lot of books lately, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been a little bit more than lately.
A little more, eh? Well, why don't we take a moment to say hi to those of us who've joined us so far before we get really into the serious books? Because once we get into those books, I know I'm not going to want to stop. So we've got the Still First, and someone I've finally seen put a face to the name, Mr. K. Munin. Welcome to the show. Mark's Issues with Archie's here. Hi, Mark. The fellow Legionnaire, Thomas O'Donnell, is here. And let's see, we've got Adam here from Up and Adam. Good to see you. John Harrison's here. Jeff Jack is here. Jeff, it's awesome to see you too. Rob Saint is here. Rich is here. Big Nasty Comics. Good to see you, Rich. Mike from Comic Mike is here. Dan's Comic Corner. Great to have you aboard. And let's see here, Comic Mike. Steven, Collecto 6. Great to see you here. Hope you're having a great day. And the godmother of comic YouTube herself, Susie Q, is here. Susan, it's always great to have you here. And Mike Dennis is here. It's good to see you, Mike. And that's everybody so far. So let us be, just before we begin. Someone made a comment in the thing about my subscriber number, and yes, I just before I checked out, we were 9 away from 900. So here's what I'm going to say: when I hit 900 subs, I will finally splurge and move myself up to the StreamYard with the 1080. So once I get there, that will be my reward for 900, because we all know that the big 1,000 subscriber thing is coming. And just before Robbie starts, tomorrow there will be a video uplink for the channel member giveaway. If you are a member of the channel on the 31st of May, that's this Sunday, you will be qualified to be in my quarterly giveaway in mid-June. Date to be determined, but I can tell you this: the prize is 2 Silver Age books. One of them is a pretty good key. So if you're not a member of the channel and you want in on that draw, just sign up. It doesn't really cost that much, and I'm not even, as I said, it's more so that I have the people that can be available to win the draws more than it is about any other thing. So I want just if you're interested in that, keep that in mind. So if you're a member of the channel, the video will air tomorrow sometime, and you'll be able to see the books, and that's when I will give you the instructions on what's going to happen. Thank you very much. Now, let's get to the real reason why everybody's here tonight, Mr. Robbir Josephs. Robbie, I'm going to make you big, and you have the floor.
Okay. Well, this first book I'm going to show you tonight, I'm dedicating it to the Sultan of Scotland. That's Mr. McGroovy. This was done by his favorite artist. And
Oh, sorry, Robbie.
G,
That's true.
G,
It is Susie Q's birthday. Happy birthday, Susan. We hope
happy birthday.
you had a great day.
So this is dedicated to Mr. McGroovy. This is a Gene Colan cover. This is Giant Size Chillers #1, origin and first appearance of Lilith.
Very cool. That is such a great cover.
Yeah, Gene Colan don't get a lot of credit. I think he's one of the very underappreciated artists.
I put Gene Colan in that oh yeah category where no one thinks of him right off the top, but then when you say his name, they go, oh yeah, he's awesome. So
okay, this next one I got is I know it's one that you're kind of looking for, from September of 1973. This is Ghost Rider #1.
Ghost Rider #1, not only the first Ghost Rider, but the first cameo appearance of Son of Satan, my favorite Marvel character. It is a book that's on my list of things to do, and that's pretty awesome. That's a great book.
Next up, we have, this isn't the Patsy Walker version, but from November of 1972, this is a wicked high grade book too, is The Cat #1.
Yes, that's great. That's the one that becomes Tigra, right?
Right.
And it's pretty cool because they do use that outfit. They have that outfit laying around for her when she becomes Hellcat. It's pretty cool that way.
Right. I believe the great Wally Wood did that cover. From September of 1972, sticking with a little bit of the horror theme. This is Werewolf by Night #1.
Very cool. These Marvel horror books are real. Bronze Age horror are so in demand right now. This is a really cool one to real cool.
I believe Plug did this one. So they had a lot of good artists doing the covers as well too. This next one I'm dedicating to my former principal in high school, my great friend Gary Ergonski. We have a little thing going around with this book. 1968 is Silver Surfer #1.
Very cool. Hi, Raph. Raph is my guest next Tuesday. Now, I'm going to ask you a question that a lot of people do when it comes to Silver Surfer, that particular series. Which cover do you like better, 4 or 1?
Geez, that's kind of a tough one, Matt. They both are great in their own right.
Yeah.
I would say if I was a Silver Surfer was my favorite, I probably might go with 1 because he's a little bit more prominent on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I do have #4, and it is a beautiful cover too. But I don't know. It's really tough. I also like the one that Spider-Man's on it too, and there was one with the Human Torch that was pretty good too.
Yes, the Torch one is pretty neat.
So, okay, from May of 1968, we have Iron Man #1.
Oh, yeah. That's a great one. Probably one of my favorite from that 1968 run. I know a lot of people say, well, it's just this big blue cover, but I like it.
Yeah, well, it definitely helps to have the last Tales to Astonish, Tales of Suspense with it, and the other #1 that was before it.
Mm-hmm.
And also from the same month, we got Submariner #1.
Yes. Now this is a great cover, but I like the Iron Man more personally. But I know that some people really like this one too. So
Yeah, the Submariner is probably my favorite Marvel character, I would say. He's definitely there's just something about him that's really intriguing. I
I
was
like.
telling somebody,
Go
huh?
ahead. Go ahead.
I was I was just telling some like Mr. McGrovey one time. I was did a show with him that when I used to watch Star Trek as a little kid, told Mr. Spock kind of reminded me of Namor.
Hmm. At least Spock didn't have the little wings. I always found those a little silly, but that was just me. But I also found that Namor's attitude, compared to other superheroes, he was a little wet behind the ears.
Well, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
Well, we can't have the last two books without throwing this one into the frame.
Oh, now see, that one is one I'd love to get. That once in a lifetime issue. I'm actually surprised they haven't done that again. Marvel being Marvel.
You know what was great about this cover too is that Bill Everett did the Submariner and Gene Colan did the Iron Man. It's a really beautiful copy too.
Yeah, it is. All your stuff is always so high grade and beautiful. I love it.
Well, I got to a certain point where I just, one time I bought this book. It was an Atom comic book, and it just looked so great, and I just, I kind of wanted my all my books to look that way, so I passed on a lot of stuff to wait on a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
Um, from March of 1968, this one's really beautiful too. This is Thor number 150. This is the first Hela cover.
Oh, beautiful. Hella is so Jack Kirby. It's so awesome.
It makes you wonder how like her headgear just stayed on like that. Look at how
I know.
it's just so over the top.
Well, you have to wonder some of these headgears, like how, I mean, she's a goddess, right? So obviously she probably doesn't tire very easily, but that would get heavy after a while.
Oh yeah. I wonder what happens like, if she was in the like in a wind. It looks like it would like spin around like a helicopter.
Exactly. She probably could. I gotta admit, Kate Blanchett was the perfect person to play out. She did a great job in the Thor movie.
Okay, we're gonna revisit something about this character later, but from January of '68, this is Avengers number 48, the origin and first appearance of the new Black Knight.
Dane Whitman, cool.
I always love the horse on this cover.
Yeah, the flying horse. Now, I'm not that familiar with Dane Whitman. Is that actually Pegasus, or did he name it something else?
I think so. It's been a long time since I read this one.
Anybody in the chat that knows the name of the horse for Dane Whitman, please throw it in the chat, please.
Maybe Comet was moonlighting.
Yeah, well, you grew wings then.
Now this next one is from August of 1967. This is the origin of Nick Fury retold at the introduction of a character named Val, and it's an early Jim Steranko cover for Marvel. This is Strange Tales number 159.
Oh, beautiful cover. Aragorn. There we go. K-Mun says it's Aragorn.
I mean, this thing is pretty sharp too.
Very cool. What a beautiful cover. That
Steranko Captain America is really sharp too.
Mm. And I
I
love the
like the
fact.
way he drew.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say I like the way he drew Captain America in general.
And I like the fact that those two characters knew each other in World War II, and then they were back together, in the 60s as well, even though he's much older. Hi, Callie.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
The way he drew Captain America was kind of like in the late 60s how Neil Adams drew Superman.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, from April of 1967, we have Tales to Astonish number 90. This is the first appearance of the Abomination.
And that's the guy in blue behind.
No, he's in the back pages. He's in the Hulk story.
Okay, gotcha. I'm not
But this
familiar
is
with the Abomination, so
yeah, but this is the book he first appeared in.
very cool. So who's the guy in blue then? Is that someone usurping the throne?
I thought it was a tumor or something. Let me see if I can find you the first picture of the Abomination.
Yes, Raph is saying it's a tumor.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm going to say, no, it's not a tumor. Because I'm stupid.
You can see that there he is making his first appearance.
Oh, yes. Great stuff.
So this book's like about a 9. It's very high. I was very lucky to get this book because I collect a lot of the Submariner stuff.
Now, did you buy a lot of this at the time, or was this all stuff you bought recently?
Almost all my Raws that I show or that I've had for 30, 40 plus years.
Okay.
Some a little less, but generally at least 20. The youngest would probably be like 20 years ago.
Very cool.
Okay, from November of 1966, I have Thor number 134. This is the first appearance of the High Evolutionary and the Man Beast.
Nice, the People Breeders. Great.
You gotta love the way that the color of the High Evolutionary on this cover.
Yes, because he's usually purple, right?
That's just beautiful,
Hi, Brittany. Hi, Core.
Hey, Brittany.
Good to see you, Core. Glad you stayed up.
But yeah, that's a pretty cool book. I like it when you can get two guys in the book for the price of one.
Yeah.
And speaking of that theme, this is a really big one. This is a really beautiful copy of it as well. I don't have to tell you guys what this is.
No, you don't. That is actually one I know. I'm curious what the first appearance of the Watcher is. I actually don't know that one because he seems to be obviously a big part of Fantastic Four for sure, but just the Marvel Universe in general.
But can you see how rich those colors are still on this?
Yes, they're beautiful.
That's a hard one to come by like that,
Mm-hmm.
But you see, one thing about buying books many, many years ago, they were more plentiful in those days, and they were they were a lot younger 20, 30 years ago. Well, sticking with the Fantastic Four, this is a high grader of number 45, the first in Humans.
Very cool. Hi, Russell. Yeah, that is another book. I've actually read that one online. It's a lot of fun. It's one I wouldn't mind having.
It's one of my favorite Fantastic Four covers too.
Mm-hmm.
I love the thing of the way he looks on that cover. Now here's something I don't have a lot of, and that's Silver Age slabs. but this is a first appearance. It's not essentially like a
Thank you,
big Spider-Man book, but it is, a pretty decent one. This is Spider-Man number 30, the first appearance of the Cat Burglar.
Oh, cool.
And that was from 1965.
Nice.
And actually, I'm sticking with Spidey. This is the issue before this from October of 65. Here's number 29, second Scorpion.
And that looks like the old thing. The guy, Spider-Man, the spider's carrying the scorpion and he stings him in the middle of the water because that's what he does.
This one's in pretty good shape, too.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Those early Spideys are tough.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got Tales of Suspense number 65 from 1965. This is the first Silver Age appearance of the Red Skull.
Oh, beautiful.
And we get an old visitation from the Gold Armor Iron Man as well.
Yes, Kim Union, and it's true. That was the analogy I was going for. Very, very cool.
This next one is another Fantastic Four.
Let's go back to the Red Skull for a second. How expensive is that book? I guess it's a pretty decent key if it's his first age.
I'm not sure exactly what it would be would list that right now. I bought that probably 25 years ago, so the last price I knew on it was probably maybe a couple of $100 anyway.
Oh, that's actually reasonable if that's still the case.
But like I said, that was a while ago, so I'm not sure. It all depends on the grade too,
Yeah, no, I know. That's always the biggest factor.
But on this one from March of 1965, this is Fantastic Four number 36. This is the first appearance of Madame Medusa and the Frightful Four.
Yes, Medusa's such an interesting character. Very conflicted, I find.
They seem to have a problem with the Sandman. They never knew what color to keep him. Usually he was green and had green color before.
Well, maybe on occasion he sends it out to the dry cleaners and has to wear the purple one.
That's a riot. And this next one is Tales to Astonish number 65 from March of 1965. The only really major thing with this is it's funny. Giant Man gets a new costume, and then 5 issues later, he's replaced by the Submariner. So, but this is Tales to Astonish number 65.
I think I've read that, the Giant Man thing didn't work out because Ant-Man was liked better.
It's a pretty white cover. Next up, from September of 1964, this is Avengers number 8, the first Kang.
Very cool. Now, what did Kang actually conquer to get the name Kang the Conqueror? Time?
I would say that was one of his main things. He had a lot of different incarnations too. He was also Rama Tut, I know for sure. And I don't know, he was like somebody else too. I haven't like read up on this stuff in a long time. Ask Adam; he'll tell you. I'm more knowledgeable on more DC and Fawcett sometimes than I am Marvel.
Thank you, John Harrison. He says Egypt.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Well, that's hence Ramatut. But there was also a future version of him too. I just can't think of his name. You know, once you hit my age, you start having those problems. But from July in 1964, this is one of the earlier crossovers of the Submariner outside of the Fantastic Four. This is X-Men number 6.
Submariner and the joins the Evil Mutants. Wow.
And this is probably the second or third appearance of Wanda and Quicksilver too.
Very cool.
But I believe this is his first appearance outside the Fantastic Four, other than the one issue we did with Strange Tales.
But wasn't his Strange Tales appearance though an actual Namor story?
Yeah, well, he had another fight with the Human Torch. I think they were trying to capitalize on the old timely battle.
It's as old as time, water versus fire, right?
Right. But I'd have to look that one up because I'm not sure if this one came after or first. They're really close, though. I know that. But I know Stevie D's got this one, and he would like this one. But from February of '64 is Tales of Suspense number 50, First Mandarin.
Oh, very cool.
The Mandarin was always one of my favorites of his.
Nice. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, I was really happy when I got this one. I'm not too crazy about the way Iron Man particularly looks on the cover, but I love the Mandarin as a villain. He's one of my favorites.
The Mandarin and Madame Mask are my two favorite Iron Man villains, and I don't think they use Madame Mask enough. Thank you, Who Dat. Since I don't have anything else right now, just the bell. Thank you.
Now, earlier in the show, we saw the first appearance of the new Black Knight. From February of '64, this is Tales to Astonish number 52, the origin and first appearance of the Black Knight.
Very cool. And this is not Dane Whitman. This is the other one, right?
Right.
Awesome. Look, Robbie, I'm learning. I'm learning about the Marvel Universe.
Good. They say you learn something new every day.
Yes, I'm trying. That's why I asked in my chat, because I'm happy to learn these things. Fantastic 412. Now I know that's the first Watcher. That kind of thing.
From December of 1963, this is Tales of Suspense number 48. This is where he gets the red armor.
Yes. See, this red and yellow is always the color I've associated Iron Man with. I know, and I mean, obviously he's been in that combination the longest, but I mean, like, the yellow was okay, the gray was sort of, and even when in these days when they bring the red and white one, for example, they had that for a while in the late '80s.
Right.
I prefer the golden red.
Now this next one is more of a. There's not like essentially anything really key about it, but other than it's an early Thor book. But the inside artwork was done by Joe Sinnott. Now there was one other one in the Journey into Mystery earlier that Jack Kirby didn't do it. But so this is like only one or two that he never did, but he did do the cover. So from August of 1963, this is Journey into Mystery number 95.
Very cool.
I love this cover, and I'm a sucker for the green covers. So,
Cora's a question for you. Is every single issue in your collection high grade?
I wouldn't say every issue is high grade, but I do. After about 5 to 7 years into collecting, I try to do the best I could with what the books I bought. I passed up, I held off, and I did what I needed to do to eventually get a copy that I was going to be happy with. It didn't matter to me so much at first, but then I bought that Adam book, and it was like that one's like a 9.2 or so, and
Right.
just seeing like how it looked, and the fact that it looked so brand new for its age, it just gave me a little bit more gumption to try to find books more like that. Now, this is an interesting one, this book here. This is Tales of Suspense number 41 from 1963. This is the third appearance of Iron Man, but it has a villain that's name is Doctor Strange. Okay? And this was like right around the time Doctor Strange came out. So they created this villain just to really do nothing with him, I guess. But this is Tales of Suspense number 41.
There's Jason's favorite gold suit.
This is my favorite cover, actually, of all the gold suit ones.
That is probably one of the, if not the best. It is one of the best gold suit covers. That much I've seen.
And you can see up close. It's pretty clean.
Yeah.
But I actually got this book for grading a collection.
Very cool.
So I didn't even pay for that one. So
now, would you say that you're really good at grading? Because I'm hit or miss myself. I've never really taken the time to learn how to grade that much. I can look at a book and sort of give it a guess based on what I know of books. But would you say you're really good at grading? So everybody has different levels at it. So,
well, I don't want to I say I can do a fairly good job. I don't want to say, oh, I'm great at it, or I'm not like that. But I know what I'm looking for. I'll put it to you that way.
Very cool.
After 50 years, if you don't, you're in trouble.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
plus, sometimes when you buy slabs, sometimes I debate on some of their grading too.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see enough of them, you can kind of get an idea of where a book is at that way as well. If you're newer to the game.
Yeah, I've been. I admit I've been using grades on slabs to sort of give me an idea what they look better, because honestly, that's the actual. Yeah, I agree with you, Stephen. Defects on books are very subjective. What one guy's 4 is another guy's 6. It's just the way it is. It seems, and that's why I'm glad there's guides out there. But even still, it's like judges in the courtroom. Everybody's got a slightly different opinion. What the law is the law, but how to interpret it is everybody's different.
Okay. Well, this next one, even though they changed his name later, this has to be the worst name for a villain ever created. But this is Strange Tales number 104. This is the third Human Torch in the title, and it's the first appearance of good old Paste Pot Pete.
Oh boy!
Later known as the Trapster, which isn't all that much better.
And I thought Condiment King was bad. Wow.
Yep. But this is a great cover, though. This reminds me a little bit of a Golden Age book for some reason.
Well, it's certainly a decent looking cover for what it is. And of course, Nate's like, yes, Paste Pot Pete, because that's the kind of character we all know that Nate would consider to be one of the most awesome characters ever.
Yeah, well, I don't know, if the guy, I don't know where the inspiration for that name came up, but I'm thinking it must have been a nightmare or something.
I don't know, but I would honestly say that I'm surprised that the name Paste Pot didn't stick.
and then he's carrying around a bucket of glue. So it's just like just one little push, he'd lose the whole bucket, you know?
Yeah.
It just never made any sense to me. But, and also from January in 1963, this book features the first appearance of Tyrannus. This is Incredible Hulk number 5.
Oh, that's a beaut.
Isn't it amazing how his face changed from that to what it became?
Yeah, it really was. Jeff Jack says Texas Pete was already taken.
It looks like they forgot to give him top teeth too.
Yeah, well, I if there's one thing about the first 6 Hulks, they're cool books, but there is quite a bit of inconsistency in them.
Now this one is from November of 1962. This is the 4th appearance of Thor and the first full appearance of Odin. This is Journey into Mystery number 86.
Nice.
This is one of my favorite Thor covers of all.
Everybody wanted to be Paste Pot Pete, Susan.
I guess it probably wouldn't have been too hard to come up with a costume for him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Eric of SideQuest is watching, he may want to see if he can't find a copy of this. This was 2 issues before Ant-Man took over the book. So it's kind of still in that pre-superhero stage.
Right.
This is a wicked high-grade copy. This is Tales to Astonish number 33 from July of 62.
Very cool.
I love those bullet 12 cent look too. But this book is super, super clean. I mean, I was so lucky to find this.
I need this book. It's Marvel's answer to the Gorilla covers. I need this book.
You see, like a lot of people wonder, like, see, this one has. Do you see this little box here, right here that says the MC in it?
Yeah.
That's when I really consider it to have been Marvel Comics, because anything before that, I call it timely. Now, if you look at the indicia on this book, it'll tell you it was published by Vista Publications. Okay? All these early Marvels, they either have Olympia, Zenith, Vista. I mean, it was whoever was I think that's more the distributor than the actual publisher. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because like I could pull out all these early Marvel books, and until like the late 60s, then you're not going to find out really who before it just had Marvel Publications on it.
Terry, it's good to see you. You're still awake. Are you all right? Dead Man's asking if you brought any DC tonight.
Yeah, we're getting into this. We're heading towards the grand finale, so yeah, I'll have a few of them in there.
Very cool. And Callie, that is true. Atlas had a timely end, and it was something to marvel at. I will agree.
Now, earlier in the show, we saw Ghost Rider number 1. I wanted to find my other one. I had the 1967 one too, but it was just too much digging for me to find it. But I have this one on hand. This is a beautiful, beautiful copy of this. From 1950, this is Ghost Rider number 1.
Oh, nice. Look at that condition. Wow. That is amazing. Look at those colors.
Yeah, this was a kind of a landmark issue for me in my collecting. I was very happy to get that book. And from the winter of 1947, this is the third appearance of Namora. This is Submariner Comics number 24.
Beaut. What a beaut.
I think Namora was a pretty great looking character in her own right.
She is. She's they should have used her more often. Although they did bring her back in the Submariner series from 1991. She was a key character in that series.
Well, I think we're going to finish up. I think we're going to be able to have Nate here for the whole way, because I'm down to about 7 books.
Awesome.
Now, I was going to end the show with this one. Oh, yeah, I can't even show you this one yet. I got to wait a bit.
Okay.
All right, so on to the other one. From
Jeff, I wouldn't know that. I didn't read the New Warriors. I just know that she was in the sub, because I have a few of those Namors. When we were joking around and sending Namor books to Hagen, I bought 2 copies, one to send to Hagen and one to keep to read for myself. And Namora was in those. Oh, yeah, Namorita was in the New Warriors. That's correct. High condition not considered.
You ready?
Yep, I'm always ready.
Okay. From October of 1943, this is Master Comics number 43. This is a Mac Rayboy war cover.
Oh, gorgeous. Callie wants to know if you keep all your books in archive sleeves or just the big keys.
I keep all my raws in Mylar sleeves, every one of them.
Very cool.
And they're double and triple back, depending on the age. This says the Battle for Stalingrad on here, too.
Nice.
Now, on my very latest purchase, I got this book. This is also a QES rated exceptional copy. It's the 3rd highest graded. This is Marvel Family number 19 from January of 48.
What a beaut. 9-0. Jeez.
It's a pretty cool cover. I like I love giants on covers too. Now this next one I'm really excited to show. This is a key issue too. And it's got a very, very early Matt Baker story on the inside of it as well. And it's got a beautiful cover by Joe Doolin. So from May of 1948, here's Planet Comics number 54.
Wow. That's a good looking one. I really like the heroine on that. That's
the origin of Futura is retold, and that's Mista.
Mista. Very nice name. Very cool.
I think Joe Doolin was a great artist.
Yeah,
I mean, look at that.
Our archives is saying Droolin' Joe Doolin. So,
I mean, look at that. It's just great, you know.
It's beautiful.
All right, now this was another one I just got, and I'm really excited about this one because there's only 11 of these on the CGC census, and this happens to be the highest graded copy. This was done by an artist named Art Saff, and it's pretty rare in this condition. It's 9.0 off-white white pages. This is Jumbo Comics number 55.
Hi, Brian. Beautiful.
Look at that white leopard. Isn't that something?
Yes, it's a absolutely gorgeous cover.
I mean, he was like one of those early guys that you could kind of say that he helped invent the good girl style too. Okay, we're down to my last three, and I'm dedicating these ones to you.
Okay, great, cool.
I was going to end the show with this one, but then I made this recent purchase, so I says, I wasn't sure which one to show. This isn't in the highest grade. It's probably like a 3.5 or a 4. I only seen this book once in my entire career collecting, and I bought it. I was lucky I bought it at the time. From 1954, September, October. Here's Jimmy Olsen, number one.
Beauty.
You don't see this one too much.
No, you really don't. And what I like about it is a combination of Kurt Swan and Wayne Boring working together on it. Boring did the Superman part, and Kurt Swan did the rest. It's a very rare book for that, just that alone, because the two of them rarely work together.
Yeah, I brought this back from my storage unit just to show it to you. I thought you would appreciate it.
Oh, I love it. Jimmy Olsen 1, the first Superman book that wasn't about Superman as the main character, where he was the sideline character, and I thought it was pretty cool.
You know, from what I understand about that book, too, it was basically created because of how popular Jack Larson was on the Adventures of Superman.
No, it's true. That Jack Larson was very big.
Okay, the second to last one we got from January of 1945, we have the second appearance of Mr. Mixes Pitlick and his first cover in Action Comics number 80.
Oh, beautiful book. Wow.
I tell you, it's pretty hard showing slabs on this. But I thought you'd like this one.
No, that is one of my favorite books from the Golden Age.
Now, I think this book is in better condition than the other book, but this one got a 6.0. And I just bought this one recently too. And this came from the famous collection. This came from the collection of Crazy Ed.
Crazy Ed.
Well,
okay.
I don't know if you ever heard of that collection, but from from November and December of 1942, this is Superman number 19. Sort of like an homage to Action 1.
Wow. Beautiful. Wow.
It's funny, if you look close, right? The front of the car that you see is missing the tires.
Yeah.
But the back tires are still intact. Wow. But I was really happy to get this. It's really beautiful. It's got a pretty cool back cover too.
Wow. What's the grade over? Is it just
this is 6.0 off-white white.
Wow. It's amazing.
Now this one is off-white 7.0. I mean, and if you look at the both of them, I mean, they're almost identical, like in look.
They sure are. Though they've got the great Superman yellow covers from the Golden Age with the red trade dress. Man.
And actually, the 6.0, the back of that's a little bit cleaner than the 7.0.
God. Wow. I cannot believe the books that we've seen today. Robbie, you have exceeded my expectations. I'm so blown away. That Mixapiglet book alone just made my night. Made my, it's amazing what you have there. Do you know when you're making your next appearance with some books on anybody else's channels or?
Not that I don't have anything planned offhand. There's one show I send a book every week to Dan. That you saw his name earlier, Dan's
Yeah.
Comic Corner. I send him a book on his Friday show to do like a throwback Batman book. That's other than that. I don't know if I'm doing anything anytime soon.
Well, I'm sure somebody out there is going to have you. I mean, I'm going to have you on again at some point very, very shortly. Once I figure out where I'm waiting to hear from three people with regards to. I'm into July now, so booking for July. So we're moving on there. But Robbie, thank you so much for showing and joining us tonight. I really, really appreciate it. It was an absolute blow away. Those Marvel books were amazing. Your finish was those 3 books. I feel like I need a cigarette after seeing them. So,
well, I just hope everybody enjoyed them. That's what the whole goal of this whole thing is.
No, thank you very much, Robbie. Next week on Tuesday, I have Raph on this show. This coming Sunday, I have Stephen and Nate coming up on the Sunday Superhero Show at 9 p.m. Eastern. So I hope you'll join me for that. And of course, on Thursday this week, we'll be doing book club because I have a previous engagement tomorrow night. So on Biggie Shack's channel, we're doing the book club on Thursday. This week, it was my turn to pick, and I have picked Adventure Comics 247. So if you want to check out what I think of that book, because, I have no real opinion about it, right? So, check out Biggie Shack at Thursday night at 8:30 Eastern. Thank you all for coming. As I said, those are the members of the channel. There'll be a new member video sometime tomorrow talking about the draw we're going to have in a couple of weeks. If you are a member of the channel on May 31st, you will qualify for the draw. I currently have 27 members, so that's 27 people who are in the draw at the moment. Thank you all for coming tonight. Same Bat channel, same Matt Place. Thank you very much. My name is Matt. I like comics. And I hope you do too. Go check out Nate. Bye, everybody.